monsoon has arrived in different parts of India. Though the skies are clear in Cuttack, the National Disaster Response Force, or NDRF battalion stationed here, is prepared for any calamity. A phone call from the NDRF control room is received. The message: floods have hit the eastern part of India and forces have to be mobilized. It takes less than 10 minutes to get this highly motivated, experienced and professional force into action. The battalion stationed in Patna is already at work. The rescue and relief work is in full swing to save lives and livelihood. Forces from the 12 battalions stationed across the country are promptly organized to meet the challenge of the rising waters of the Ganges. Water ambulances go around different localities of the city and outlying villages, providing water and medicines. The NDRF, a force dedicated to disaster response, was constituted in 2006. It adopted the motto of Apada Seva Sadaiv. In just 10 years, this specialized force has become a credible, dependable and visible face during disasters.
छोटे से समय में 10 वर्षों के अंदर ही जिस प्रकार से डिजास्टर रेस्पॉन्स के मामले में आपने अपने को एक लीड एजेंसी के रूप में इस्टेब्लिश किया है, इसकी जितनी भी सराहना की जाए वह कम है। इसलिए मैं कहता हूं कि एनडीआरएफ के ऊपर समस्त भारतवासियों को गर्व है।
NDRF has helped save 5,50,446 human lives. Its men are trained to cope with all kinds of disasters: cyclone, earthquake, landslide, fire, floods, and chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear or CBRN emergency. Its contribution in handling the triple disaster of earthquake, tsunami, and radiation leakage in Fukushima, Japan in 2011 has drawn applause from the Prime Minister of Japan, Mr. Shinzo Abe. During the Nepal earthquake of 2015, NDRF was the first international rescue agency to respond to the emergency. 16 teams, 720 personnel, and 8 canines were rushed off to the affected areas within hours. Working tirelessly, the force was able to rescue 11 out of the 16 victims alive and help bring out 133 dead from the debris.
सबसे पहले पहुंचने वाली अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सहयोग एनडीआरएफ थी। दूसरी बात यह है कि जाते ही ये लोग जो है काम पे जुड़ जाते हैं। हर जगह पहुंचे हैं, ये पहाड़ों में भी पहुंचे हैं, जो शहरी एरिया है वहाँ भी पहुंचे हैं। इन्होंने मतलब कि लोगों को खाना पीना तक मुहैया कराया है। एनडीआरएफ ने सबसे बेस्ट सर्विस दिया।
Despite challenges of movement, collapse of communication systems and mobility, NDRF played a stellar role in the 2013 floods of Uttarakhand caused by a cloudburst. In 2014, Jammu and Kashmir floods, as many as 35 teams of 47 personnel each and 118 boats were engaged in relief and rescue work. In all, 50,629 people were evacuated to safe places. In the Assam floods in 2012, Chennai in 2015 and Patna and Varanasi in 2016, NDRF was there to provide prompt relief. Its expertise in collapse structure search and rescue is unmatched. It has not only brought out people alive, but also treated the dead with dignity. One of its truly incredible operations has been the rescue of 2 construction workers trapped in a tunnel in Bilaspur, Himachal Pradesh. The force operates with highly sophisticated and state-of-the-art equipment, but it realizes the value of a trained army of canines and canine handlers which cannot be replaced. In Nepal, they did a phenomenal job of sniffing out humans buried under the debris of the fallen buildings. Realizing the need for a multi-sector approach to disaster relief and recovery, NDRF has signed agreements with the Department of Telecommunications for communication, Air Force for facilitating movement of men and machinery, All India Institute of Medical Sciences for training its personnel and supporting the medical teams, local NGOs and civil society organizations for planned relief. NDRF knows that the community is the first responder to any disaster. Hence, it has invested heavily in the training and capacity building of locals in vulnerable areas. It routinely organizes mock drills and awareness campaigns to empower people with skills of rescue and safety. NDRF alone has trained 4,470,645 people across sectors. Its hard work and sustained engagement resulted in the lowest ever loss of lives during the Phylline and Hudud cyclones in Odisha. In 2015, NDRF organized the first South Asian Annual Disaster Management Exercise to create synergy and to synchronize regional cooperation on disaster response. Since its very inception, the force has fulfilled its mandate of responding speedily to disasters. Its personnel have brought to their job passion, energy and commitment that has earned encomiums all around. A young organization, it has acquired disaster response capabilities and competence to devise future strategies to countenance the fury of disasters. Its professionalism and culture of service first and its innate humaneness has touched the lives of people in India and beyond.
The National Disaster Response Force is the Government of India's humanitarian forte, which has always extremely promptly responded and saved millions of lives and livelihood. The NDRF has unflinchingly strived towards disaster resilience through national capacity building programs in order to sensitize and prepare communities for disaster risk reduction. We are for you, with you, always and every time.